Alright. The name is Dale, doing a new album review for Black Thought, Streams of Thought, Volume 3, Cain and Abel. This album review is done on behalf of Audio Liquor Mag, Audio Liquor Magazine. Later doing this than I intended, but I'm doing it now, kind of behind on a few reviews. But the Roots, Black Thought is like the lead voice or the band leader, you can say, for the Roots, legendary group / band. The Roots has been around since 93, 94. They have like 11 studio albums. I think nowadays more people know them for being the late night show band for Jimmy Fallon, more so than some of the good albums they've made in the past. And I would say, like, in the last 3 years, since 2018, Black Thought has been doing these solo side projects where he gets a different producer for each Streams of Thought joint that he puts out. Volume 1, Night Wonder, handled the majority of the production on that joint. I think Crisis did one joint, if I'm not mistaken, or helped produce a few joints, but overall that was a Night Wonder production for Volume 1. Then you had Streams of Thought Volume 2, Salon Remy, he did the production on that. Now you have Sean C, who's doing the production, all the production on Streams of Thought Volume 3, Cain and Abel. And Sean C name might not be familiar to a lot of hip hop folks, a lot of folks in general, but even hip hop heads. Some hip hop head might not even recognize that name because he doesn't have a ton of credit. He doesn't have a long, even though he's been producing since like the 90s, he actually produced Can't Knock the Hustle for Jay-Z. I think that's the joint Mary J. Blige on. That was on a Reasonable Doubt album. I think he actually did the production for that, did the beat for that. And he also did some production for a few joints on American Gangster for Jay-Z. He's done joints for Big Pun, Fat Joe, Ghostface. So he has credit. He has a credibility in the hip hop world and in the culture, but not a lot of people know of him. Even I was thrown off when I heard that he was doing all the production for Black Thought. It took me a minute to say, wait a minute, I recognize that name, but I couldn't figure out what he had. I couldn't think off the top of my head what he's done. I'm like, I know that name, but it really didn't ring. And then when I start thinking, I said, oh, that's that guy. So his name is not really out front like a lot of other producers. He doesn't have a signature voice over to let you know is one of his tracks like a Just Blaze or Static Selector. He has the female saying Static Selector in front of most of his joints that he does production for. So he's not really known like he should, but he's done some nice joints in the past. So I'm gonna go into detail with most of the tracks on here. It was 2 songs that I didn't care for, but the first track, which is actually the second track, because the first track is like an intro, so I'm not gonna get into that one. But the first actual song is called State Prisoner. Strong song, very strong song to start the album. Hardcore beat, killer bars, nasty. Then you got another joint called Good Morning, featuring Killer Mike, Pusha T. You got Swiss Beats on the hook. I like the hook. It's catchy, Swiss Beats, he's good at doing hooks. Ugly Face music. All 3 go in. Another banger. Then you got Magnificent, a really nice joint, straight hip hop joint. I like the sample, the Magnificent, not the joint from Biz Markie. I don't know where he got that joint from. It's like the Magnificent. It comes through like every once in a while through the song. I like it, really dig it. You got another track called Quiet Trip, I believe that's the name of the song. Got singing on the hook. I dig how Black Thought flows on this joint. He has like a different flow, and it really complements the beat. Really dig this joint. Then you got another joint called Steakum, featuring Schoolboy Q. Starts off with a Dave Chappelle bit from a recent stand-up. It might be from the last joint. It's either from the last joint he did when he was really going into all this police brutality and all this racism, or it could be from the one from Sticks and Stones. I don't know. I know it's from even one of the last two joints he did. Anyway, it just fits. It's clever. It's funny. It goes with the song very well. The production is nasty. Really like it. Black Thought, you know, he got verses, he got lyrics. That's never a problem for him on this joint. Then you got another track called Thought versus Everybody. Black Thought kills it. I really dig the production, head knob music. I dig the piano sample. I dig how I say everybody. Something it does with a sample say everybody. I dig that shit. Really nice joint. Then you got another song called Ghetto, Boys and Girls, Fuel Interlude, but it's really a song. It just feels like a nice one verse song. You could say it's part one to the next song that's coming up called Fuel. And the next song is called Fuel, and it has like singing on the hook. The song, it had to grow on me, but it's solid. I tend to listen to it when I play this album, even though I wasn't totally feeling it at first. But it's a solid joint. Overall, I would give this album a B+. I was thinking of A-, so I'm gonna give it a B+. Like I said, it was two other songs I didn't care for. One kind of had Black Thought singing along with somebody else. He was kind of like singing his verses, and I didn't really care for it. And another joint is like a girl joint, which was cool, but I really didn't dig the feature on there. The guy that was singing, I really didn't dig that. That didn't really work for me on there. So man, Sean C production is if someone was to tell me, okay, his first three albums, he's gonna have Knife Wonders, Salaam Remi, and Sean C doing the production. Who's gonna have the better production out of all three albums? I would have said Knife Wonder, or I might have said, if you given me back in the day Salaam Remi style where he's digging in the crates, I probably would have picked him first. But either way, I think most people, including me, would have said Sean C was gonna come in third basically. But I would be wrong, and most other people would be wrong. The production that Sean C gives Black Thought is the best by far between all three. He did a great job. Even the songs I don't really care for, the production is nice. So this is the best one out of all the streams of thought so far. I'm curious to see what other producers he works with for other streams of thoughts and volumes in the future. I think this is a great idea to get a different producer for each joint. So he has abundance of people he could choose from. So I'm curious to see. I want to see this continue, and I'm curious to see who else he works with in the future. So I'm done. I'm finished, and there you have it.